All right, today we're going to talk about vision and why it's important. Do you have a definition for vision?
Yeah, I guess my definition is vision is the kind of the way out there, the horizon versus I think we tend to get mired down in the day to day, what's the next step, and vision is what's on the horizon, where are we headed, or if you're a ship, vision is the land that you're pointing to.
Where do we want to go? Even what do we want to be known for?
Yeah.
What do we want to accomplish? What's that way out there goal? So then the question is, why is it important?
Yeah, for me, I think as a person who's not particularly visionary, like on our team, Jeff is the visionary. I'm more the integrator, the kind of tactician, the day-to-day guy. And so it's really important for me that you cast that vision so that I know what my next steps need to be. Because otherwise I can sort of get in a habit, and that habit sometimes is not leading in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's two different ways I guess you can get your vision. When you're starting a team, you can, I guess maybe you come up with that on your own. Come up with, if you're going to start a team and you're at the point where you need to hire, it is so important to have your vision in place before you make any hires. Like even your assistant, your admin, you need vision in place. That person knows they want to join the ship that you're on and where you're headed. But if you already got a team going and you didn't get a strong vision, you do what we did, which, well, and you can only do this if you have a team that you like really, really already trust the people that are there wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Which we did. And so we just started over. We went back to our team and did a whole 8-9 hour vision summit. We just tore everything down and started back over. Did our vision, who do we want to be, where do we want to go, what do we want to be known for, and put that out there to the team and let them figure it out.
I think the reason that works is because when you started as a solo agent, you did have a vision. And so although that vision changed, it was guided by the people who fit into the original vision.
But I never had it written out though.
Yeah.
I never, if you would have asked me what's my vision, I could have told you.
Yeah, I guess you had guiding principles.
Yeah, I had values.
Yeah, so I guess maybe we should talk about that. What's the difference between guiding principles or values and vision?
Yeah, so we can define it, but then we'll wait to talk about mission because that's next time.
Okay.
So vision again is that who do you want to be? Like, what's the result? What do you want to become? You yourself, your small team, your big team, like what do you want to be? And it helped us think about, right? Like what do we want to be known as?
Yeah.
Like how do we want people to see us, and what do we want to be known for in Colorado Springs? That was kind of our vision. Then mission would be, how do you get there? The steps to getting there. What do we do in our daily, weekly, monthly processes to get there? Then core values, I think everyone knows what that is. It's what lines do you not cross, or what would you hire or fire over, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess for an individual, even if you're like, maybe you're not in business, but an individual's vision might be really closely tied to what they want their legacy to be. That might be a good way to kind of gut check whether you have a vision for your life or not.
That's a good way.
And that was something that was really important to me that I learned about myself a couple of years ago. I thought I had a vision for my life, and really what I had was a lot of small goals. And when I checked the box on a lot of those goals, I found myself feeling kind of listless and without vision. And it was because I realized what I was doing was steering a ship in no direction. And so then I showed up, I was in the middle of the ocean, and I'd been steering the ship really well for a lot of years, but I didn't know where I was or where I was going. So I had to really reevaluate that as an individual and form my own personal vision. Fortunately, it continued to fit in with the team vision.
Fortunately,
my job.
Fortunately for us.
All of us, I guess, but mostly me.
Yeah. Okay. So what are some examples of vision? And I guess what's our vision?
So the Johnson team is our vision is to become Colorado's team of choice for clients, colleagues, and community.
Yeah.
And so that just sort of boils down what we want to do and who we want to do it for. I think that again ties back to that whole kind of legacy idea a little bit. Who do we want to be? What do we want to be known for? And who do we want to be known by? And it was more than just our clients. It was also our colleagues and our community.
Yeah, and it really is important. The clients, community, and colleagues. Obviously, we want our clients to love us, appreciate us, look up to us. But your colleagues, I mean, that makes a big difference. Like getting your offers accepted and all that. So when you come up with your vision, think about who it is that you want to be known for. And I like that. Who do you want to be known by as well?
Yeah. Well, and with regard to our colleagues, we were all new in this business at one point, and we know that as a high producing team and a team where our agents tend to do a large number of transactions per year, this becomes really for lack of a better word, it becomes easy for us. But it's not an easy job, and it's not easy for everybody.
Yeah, which part's easy? I'm not sure. I'm confused.
Says the guy who managed to do 115 of them in a year. But I mean, for someone who's newer getting into the business, it's, how important is it to just be empathetic and to show love to the people who are on the other side of the transaction, to show love to the people who are. I was thinking today. You ready for some new Danisms?
He always, it's just a Danism. Usually he tells me something he's done with the team already and asks if it's okay. So I thought that was going to happen.
No, I'm not going to ask
video.
for forgiveness. No, I just thought of something that a lot of our past clients say that they bought a house with the Johnson team. And I've seen people, and I don't even know where I've seen this, but I've seen or heard people say they bought a house from XY broker. And I think there's a big difference there. When you buy a home with somebody, I bought a home with Allie and Jeff. He was my broker. I didn't buy a home from Jeff. He didn't sell me a house. He helped me buy a house. He helped me buy my house. He helped me make my house my own. And so I think that's a big difference too. That was you kind of showing love to us. And at one point we said we're not going to buy a house anymore. And there was no pressure. There was no change in our relationship. It was okay. Well, let me know when the time's right. And then it turned out the time was right about 12 hours later when I found the house we wanted on the market. I think that kind of shows that vision, even though it wasn't defined, was certainly percolating even all those years ago.
Yeah, well, it almost, that just made me think of, I think vision is kind of like is more of a lag goal, and mission would be more of your lead goals.
Yeah.
Because, and for those of you who don't know, like a lag goal is what most people actually use, which would be step on a scale, and you want to get to 170 pounds and you're 180 and you're like, I'm 10 pounds away. Those goals are lag goals.
Personal situation we're talking about by chance, Jeffy?
Yeah, I gained a pound. I quit. So someone needs to tell me how this happens. I quit eating ice cream and I gained a pound. I gained.
Did you?
In the last week.
Did you start
Not
drinking
much
chocolate syrup?
No.
Was there a question mark?
No, I started.
Are you
said
sleep
drinking? I'm like, and I started thinking, did I drink more? Drink more, which I might have.
Just slamming 40s instead of I can't have ice cream, so
that's
cheap malt
completely.
liquor it is.
But there's a lot more calories in ice cream. Dude, do you know how much you have to drink the amount of calories in ice cream that I was eating at night?
I feel like we need to take a time out and have a so we're gonna cut for a minute. Jeff and I are gonna have a conversation. Jeff, we're gonna get through this. I'm here for you.
So
we're here for our colleagues
back
too.
to
Like we said, colleagues,
lead
clients,
and lag goals. All right. So lag goals are when you weigh yourself on a scale. Lead goal would be number of calories I'm consuming, number of calories I'm burning. Those are your lead goals. So I think mission. We get into that next week. We'll be talking about mission. Mission is the lead goal. It's more measurable than the vision. The vision, you're kind of like you're like, oh, I'm getting it. Like when you talked about seeing our reviews and people are saying I bought with the Johnson team, which they really do.
Yeah.
Like that's seeing our vision coming true.
Yeah.
And then our mission, which is exceed expectations every time, give, grow, serve, show love, improve lives. Like that's our mission. We can measure that. Like, are we showing love? Are we improving lives? Are we giving? Are we growing?
And to what extent? And I'm an analogies
Stop talking
guy.
about mission.
I'm an analogies guy, so another analogy that I heard once that was really helpful was, I forget how many times per second a commercial jet's autopilot adjusts course. I think it's something like 1,000 times a second or something like that. It's ridiculous. Wow. And the reason for that is because when you're flying at altitude, there's a tremendous amount of air currents that will push you off course. And so autopilot is that day-to-day sort of thing that you make those miniature adjustments, but without that course set, that destination set, that autopilot would not be doing you any good. So
good analogy, Dan.
I stole it from somebody else, and I can't remember who it was. It was a Keller Williams class I took somewhere. But anyway, kudos to whoever you are. Probably not.
Did we ever decide how many times you can say something before it kind of becomes yours?
I just wait 5 minutes. Yeah, wait 5 minutes, it's mine.
Or is it just until you forget who told you?
Maybe. I've got pretty short.
I would have a whole lot of wise
you own
things that I
everything.
came up with.
Hi, I'm Dan, by the way.
So,
yeah.
Anything else about vision?
Yeah, I think if you struggle with vision, something that I would point out is we did these vision boards, and I thought it was the stupidest thing, honestly. I mean, I played along because I had to, because I wanted to, and because honestly,
fired him.
Right, he threatened me with physical violence and unemployment. But also, I had heard from enough people that they were valuable that I just trusted it, but it didn't make sense to me internally. So if you haven't done a vision board, maybe that's another topic that we can get into in more detail, but
Yeah.
a good way to do it is just to segment out portions of your life and identify what you want in each of those areas of your life. So we did our vision boards, and so I realized that there were when I got to my vision, I got emotional. So there were lots of little things that started coming up.
Yeah,
and
the
when
people who were the most adamantly opposed to doing it were the ones who were crying
yeah,
with the mic, doing their vision board.
yeah, I think if you feel like if you think you know your vision but you aren't sure, you probably don't. And try doing a vision board. Or even just write it down. Write down what your vision contains and write down all the components of it. And eventually, if you get to one that really gets you emotional, that's where you're probably getting really close to that actual vision. So we did our vision boards, and it was amazing for me to see that. So I thought that my big goal was to own an RV, to have a camper, and I didn't really understand why, except that I wanted one. Well, that's not really it's a goal, but that's not really a vision. And I realized in doing that what I wanted was quality time with my wife, and I knew that would give us, we get along great, but we don't have a lot of hobbies in common. But I knew that was something that we would do together that we would love. And
Right.
Sure enough, within 2 months, I had my camper. And we have enjoyed it a lot, and we bonded through that process, and we work on it together, and that, I feel that vision coming true, and it's a totally different
Yeah.
thing than just owning an RV.
Well, and when we did that big vision summit, we did our individual vision boards first, and then we built the vision of the company off the backs of everybody's individual vision boards.
Super important.
Which I got that from. I got it from the Loken group.
You remember them? Congratulations, Lokens. Yeah, I know you're really wondering if Jeff Johnson remembers you. You're kind of small potatoes, but Jeff remembers you.
I did remember that.
If you don't know who the Loken
They're-
group is,
I
they're
kinda
like
feel
number 3 in the country.
Kind of want to be like them when I grow up.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. So,
They're
but
kinda
I don't
like
mean because of
No.
how much money they make. I mean because of who they are.
Yeah,
Like,
they're excellent
yeah,
example.
they've managed to grow an 80-person team and still have amazing culture.